Hello everyone, Lola here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Anyway, we're here. Let's just pretend as if nothing happened. In this video, we want to talk about how to create your CV as a tailor. And yes, it's needed, it's very important. So, why did I say let's create a video on this? That's because I've seen that quite a number of people need a job as a tailor. If you've been with us for a while, you know that we have a community called the LCT community, that's the Losodium Connect Tailors community. And a lot of people will say, oh, there's no job in Nigeria, there's no job in Africa, and all of that. But right now, we're at a point where we have a lot of people who are creating job opportunities. But the challenge we have now is that some of these people are not employable. Employable means that you are looking for a job, you need a job, but when you come for the interview, you are not employable. You don't have the skill sets, the requirements for us to employ you, or you have even presented yourself in a way that they could not even call you for interview. Okay, and so we want to reduce that, we want to bridge that gap, and that's why we're making this video to teach you how to create a professional CV as a tailor, even if you didn't go to the university. Okay, this is not a case of it's for people who have gone to university to go and learn how to cut and sew. Me, I learned from Bolaji. No, this is for everybody. So if you know any fashion designer or any tailor, also, of course, if you're a fashion designer, this video is also for you, because I, as a fashion designer, have a CV. If I'm applying for some things, they would require that I upload my CV. I'd posted or apply for something today. Was it today or yesterday? And they ask that I upload my CV, even though I'm a fashion designer. So don't say fashion designer is not a professional job. So why do I need a CV? You need a CV. And so in this video, we'll be talking about why you need a CV, how to write your CV. You know that I like to just go to the point and tell you how to do it. It's not just tell you, oh, why you should do it and all of that, but tell you why you should how you should do it. Okay. So please, before we go forward, remember to like, share, and most importantly, don't continue this video until you have clicked that subscribe button. So subscribe to our page so you can get many more videos like this and so many tutorials on fashion designing. Let's get right into it. All right, so let's get into it. When you hear the word curriculum vitae, or some people pronounce it as curriculum vitae, it's what the short form of CV. Okay, curriculum vitae, it's short form for CV. And we'll see it in the corporate world, where when you're looking for a job, they'll say, when you have fresh graduates, they would always say, I want to put my CV together. But in the fashion space, you hardly see tailors talk about the fact that they want to put their CV together. And that's because when fashion designing started, it started off as an unprofessional kind of job. So most times people just look out for you to just show me what you can sew, and then they give you the job. But now we have seen a fast trend where people are now making the fashion business a corporate kind of business, where they even have admin managers, they have accountants, they have people working in a fashion house. Okay, that also means that this kind of people, and these are the kind of people that pay you well, because they've put structure in their companies. You hear them say, oh, we run a fashion company, it's not just a fashion shop. Okay, so and that is going to continue. People will begin to structure their business, because it is those businesses that are structured that also benefit from opportunities like grants, loans, and all of that. So it means that the people that they are also employing, you have a higher stake and higher advantage if you can come in as a tailor to say, oh, I would like to apply for this job. Can I send in my CV? The moment they hear that, you're a tailor, you have CV. We didn't even ask you, you say you have CV. They first of all think of, this person, if we employ them, they are somebody who is structured, detailed, they know how to put things in place. Okay, and this can give you an edge. Now, some people already have their CV, so you might be watching and then you have your CV well written and then all of that. But sometimes your CV might not be representing you well. And so the moment they carry your CV and they're trying to read, they're like, who wrote this? What is this? And they just dump it, even though you have the skill, even though you are like, if they bring 10 tailors, you are the best out of them. But because they've used your CV to judge you, you didn't represent yourself well in your CV. So don't say they were not fair. They could not even give me opportunity to sew, all of that. That is why you need to learn how to write a good and professional CV. Okay, so we're going to start. I wrote some things down and I'm going to just read from there. We're going to start with what a CV is, so that you even understand the things you need to put in your CV and why CV is important. Okay, so CV, like I said before, is the short form for curriculum vitae. and it is a document that tells people who you are. So from your CV, if you have a CV right now, you might want to open it or just note this down and ask yourself, when somebody that has not seen me before, they just have my CV in front of them. Does my CV tell them who I am? Does my CV tell them what I can do? Does my CV tell them the kind of work that I have done before? Those three things. Does your CV tell them who you are? Does your CV tell them what you can do? And does it tell them the things that you have done before? So if your CV doesn't tell of those three things, you need to create a new one. And if you are creating a new one, maybe you don't have anyone, these are the things that your CV must be able to answer. So when I'm reading your CV as an employer, for example, I should, without seeing your face or you having to explain that, hey, this is what I mean in my CV. No, your CV should do the talking. So you should tell me this is who this person is. That already tells you that your CV should include your name, where you come from, the area where you live, the things that you have done, the things that you are capable of doing. Okay. So for example, I have here, they say that, think of it like this, like just like customer will tell you that they want to see your work, or they ask who trained you before giving you their fabric, right? A fashion company or a fashion house also wants to also see something on paper that can help them tell that, can this tailor sew well? What kind of cloth has this tailor made before? So that means I can even tell them that, oh, I've made wedding gowns before, I've done draping before. I mean, only says if you've done it. Don't lie in your CV so that the thing will be big. Say the things that you've done before. Okay, so I should be able to tell them, oh, I'm familiar with fabrics like lace, crepe, Duchess, all of that, and I can work with this and this and this sewing machines. It makes it, when people, you don't know the tiny tiny things that employers look out for in CVs that make them employ you. They might even say, the fact that person can detail this thing well in their CV, even if they are not 100% skillful, we can still train them because they've seen some tiny things that you thought that was not relevant. Okay, so they also want to see other fashion brands that you've worked for before, no matter what. Even if you feel like those fashion brands they are not popular, they don't have a name, put it there. They want to see, oh, maybe I was a storekeeper for A and B fashion house. I was a this and this. What did you do when you were there? Okay. Also, in terms of finishing, cutting, beading, can you do all of that on your own? Okay. So your CV is basically a paper version of your reputation. So that means, in the real term, let me put it, your CV is being used to judge who you are in the business world. Okay. So this also helps you to get jobs with big fashion houses, work with top designers. If you are looking to work with top designers, some of you now, you say, oh, I wish to work with this brand. But my question is, do you have a CV that when that CV gets to the table of that top fashion designer you want to work with, they don't trash it out? The people you are looking, being inspired by, and you're looking to work with, there's a certain standard that they have for people that will be working with them. You have such standard in a way that can make them employ you, because later you say that, oh, these people are looking down on me because I'm not as rich as them. No, they need you to have a standard. That's why I'm glad that you came across this video, or you're watching this video right now. Please take action. Okay, so we're going to start with the things that you're supposed to put in your CV. So first of all, when you're creating your CV, you can use Canva to create your CV. You can just go on Canva app. Canva is an app that's a graphic design app. So you can type in the search button CV. So it will bring you several templates. In fact, it can help you structure it. Several templates that you can use for your CV. You can also use Google Word. Okay, you can use Google Word or Google Documents, one of the two. Okay, I'm also trying to see one other one that I wrote here that you can use. Okay. So when you use Google document, let me quickly just point out, when you use Google Word or Google Documents, please ensure that when you are sending it to wherever you're sending it to, let it be in PDF. Convert it to PDF. If not, before it gets to them, it might scatter and they might not realize that, oh, this is what happened. Or even if they do, they don't have time to start helping you restructure. The way you arrange the document might have scattered. But when you put it in PDF, the way you send it to them is the way they receive it. Okay. So, what are the things that you need to put in your CV? So, we've talked about what CV is and why you need a CV. What are the things you need to include in your CV as a tailor? One, your full name. Don't put only your first name, your full name. Let's know what your full name is and your contact information. So your contact information is like your address, your phone number, your email. Okay. In fact, you can also put your social media account if you have a good social media account. So it doesn't mean that if you post your work on social media, fine, good one for you, whether TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, or even LinkedIn, you can put your account name there. But even if you don't, but you know that, oh, the things that I post on my page, it's when people look at it, they can tell what my personality is. Please put it there, because what they are checking when they're interviewing you is not just the skills or how you can cut, how you can join things together, but your personality, because they're trying to see if you can work in their team. So your personality is what they are checking. So when you feel like you have a good personality, maybe you used to go for trainings, you used to advise people online, you can put it there so they can check. Okay. Some organizations will even request that you provide your social media handles. So you can do that. Another thing you can do is to put a short professional summary. That's important. Not that another thing you can do. It's very important. It should be in your CV. A short professional summary. So let me give you an example of what a short professional summary sounds like. Read that. This depends basically on what you're trying to apply for. So you can tailor your professional summary to the kind of job you're applying for. There are several jobs in fashion industry. You can work as a quality control officer. You can work as a finisher, the person who finishes the dress. You can work as a pattern maker. You can work as a tailor, anything. So, but let's say you're an experienced tailor, you can say something like creative and detail oriented tailor with over 5 years of hands on experience. Now, don't say 5 years if you don't have 5 years. If it's 2 years, you have, put 2 years. If it's 1 month, you have 1 year, you have, put 12 months so that it sounds plenty. Put over 11 months of experience, okay? Of hands-on experience in garment construction, alterations, and custom fitting. So say only these things if that's what you do. But you see that all this is that I'm saying, when I say hands-on experience in garment construction means, oh, I'm cutting and joining the pieces together. That's what it means. But you're using that grammar to explain what you've done. Alterations is, oh, this thing did not fit well. Help me adjust it. That's what alteration is about. Custom fittings. Somebody comes in to wear their dress when you're done making it for them. They wear it, or you see that one part needs adjustments, you adjust it. That's what fitting is about. Adjust to fit the person's body. That's what its custom fitting is about. Skilled in interpreting fashion sketches. So if I sketch something for you, can you interpret it? That's what it means that you are skilled in interpreting. Okay, working with various fabrics. Have you worked with lace, crepe, duchess, velvet, all of mikado, all of those things? Okay, and delivering high quality finishes that meet clients' expectations and deadlines. So you might want to write that one out. Another one is maybe you want to apply, or yeah, you specialize in bridal wears. You can say passionate fashion designer with a strong focus on bridal and evening wear, known for precision, fabric manipulation, and creating flattering silhouettes, experience in custom fittings, and bringing clients' visions to life with elegance and attention to details. Come on. You see, all of this English captures everything that you do as a bridal wear. So many of them like that. Um, we have quite a number of options for the summary, professional summary. So you could, maybe at the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can get some of these things for free. Okay. So what other thing do you need to put there? Your skills. Your CV should contain your skills. You know, we talked about what a CV is and the questions your CV should answer. So that's what we're breaking down, the things you're supposed to write. So your skills, can you sew? Let us know. You can have a section where you list skills, and then you put hyphen, sewing, draping, finishing, ironing, alterations, pattern drafting, all of that. As many skills that you know that you are capable of doing, put it there. Okay. And then work experience. So this could be informal, or even maybe you did an apprenticeship or internship. Okay. So it's part of your work experience. If maybe during your internship, what you were doing, you're just counting fabrics, ability to give accurate number of fabrics, or however you want to put it, but that is also a skill. Okay, so those are your work experience. You are able to determine that this is the quantity of fabric here. You are able to determine how many yards should be needed for this kind of design. Okay, so if you have worked, even if it's 2 weeks working with a fashion designer, or places that you've worked before, places that you've interned before, put it there. Okay, trainings and certifications. This one is very good. So where have you trained? How long? When you put where you trained, maybe I trained with A and B Fashion House, you have to tell me what you trained on. Oh, I trained in pattern making. How long? For 3 months, between February to May. Let us know. February to May 2026. Let us know. Okay, that is the duration. So we can know how fresh is this, or how long have you been learning on new skills. Okay, don't wait until the person asks you. Let your CV answer those things. All right. So I want to be very fast now. So even if you've done certifications like for me, for example, I have some certifications in entrepreneurship, some MBAs, some leadership certifications. That's why I always recommend that if you do a training, if that training has an option for to give you certificates, even if they tell you to pay, please pay and get that certificate. It gives you an edge when you're applying for some things. So please, you can include it there that, oh, you're certified in this and that. Okay. Think of the things that you've done. Sometimes some of these things that you think they're not relevant, you think, "Ah, why should I put that I am certified in pattern making for 3 months?" Put it there. Put it there. Oh, you did a short course with Losodium and it's 1 week. Put it there. Okay? I'm not screaming at you, but put it there. You think it's not relevant, but that is what other people are leveraging on that is giving them the job. Okay, then you put achievement and notable projects. We recently did a collaboration with EDC and in partnership with MasterCard, where they told us to provide some women for them to train on entrepreneurship. Okay, that is a notable achievement. It's a notable project that we were able to work with Enterprise Development Center in partnership with MasterCard Foundation. So if you've done something where you say, "Oh, I organized 10 of my friends to do a training." I remember when I was 7, I was the CDS president of my team, and there were some of the CDS days that they're like, "Oh, let's just do a skill training." At that time, I'd already learned fashion designing, so I told her, "Oh, yeah, come together. Let me teach you how to make a skirt. Skirt, ordinary basic skirt." Is a notable achievement because I trained more than one. I will say that I trained a group on garment construction. That's how I'm going to put it there. Am I lying? No. I actually trained a group because there were more than 5 or 6 people there. Core members. I trained core members. Okay, so put those things there. Okay, now let me talk about some common mistakes um in your in when it comes to writing your CV. So this video is long. I'm going to create another video talking about the common mistakes and then the tips, and also I'm going to tell you about the um there's a free template that's already made templates. All you just need to do is to edit, put your name there, just edit. It's already structured, so you don't have to think about how do I position this or how do I design this one. You just copy and paste, you just edit and put your name inside. So we're going to make that available for you, but ensure to subscribe, like this video, put a comment, let me know that you saw this video and you watch to the end. Okay, and then check up the next video for me to tell you about the common mistakes, that some common CV mistakes that tailors make. Okay. So when you watch that video, just write that I'm coming from the previous video. Just write in the caption, I'm coming from the previous video. All right. So, and of course, watch to the end of that next video to ensure that you get the free template for your CV. Bye.